Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Monday Messages. Katie J here. If you don't already know, I am a spiritual mentor to women who are looking to transform their lives, and I help them manifest without the struggle of limiting beliefs, doubts, and fear. Today, we are talking about the basically systemic manifestation, right? Like how um, people get caught up in systems, people get caught up in cycles, rather, of manifesting the same thing over and over again. And a lot of times that is due to the fact that they just don't have access to the information that they need to move forward in their lives. And the example that I'm going to give you guys is straight from my own personal experience. So when I was a little kid, I grew up in Texas. If you don't already know, I'm living in California now, but I grew up in Texas, and we would always go to Galveston Beach for our vacations, for our beach time. And one time we were there, I think I was about 4 or 5 years old. My dad and I were driving through a neighborhood that was predominantly Black, and I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. So as a little kid, this was like very different from what I was used to seeing. And I turned to my dad and asked him, "Why are there so many brown people here, Daddy?" And he was like, being the history buff that he is, he's like, "How far into slavery do I go with my 5-year-old daughter?" So he basically explained that, that this thing called slavery happened, and these brown people were enslaved, including our ancestors, and that some people have worked very, very hard, including my specific ancestors, my grandparents and great grandparents and parents, have worked very hard to get out of that cycle of poverty that a lot of people are still stuck in after slavery. That cycle is also systemic. I don't think he explained that, but this is something that I've learned throughout my age, is that there is a system that in place that is really out there to keep certain people from growing and developing, gaining financial resources and that sort of thing, education. And for a lot of times, my people had to fight for the right to vote, fight for the right to be educated fairly, right? But they did that. And now I have all of this privilege and access that they didn't have access to. Or they didn't have available to them. So the same thing happens when it comes to manifesting. If you don't have access to the fact that you don't even have awareness, rather, if you don't have awareness that there is a possible life out there that's better for you, and you don't have access to the tools to get you there, or the practices to get you there, or the mindset to get you there, you will be stuck in this cycle, in this system of manifesting the same things, manifesting poverty, manifesting unhealthy relationships, manifesting jobs that you don't like, right? Like, you'll continue to manifest the same situations and patterns in your life. So until you become aware of the fact that that's a pattern, and that there are other people out there who are outside of this pattern, like, wait a second, if she can do it, why can't I? If he can have that, why can't I? And the truth is, you can. The truth is, you can have anything that you want. The truth is that the world is your oyster, and you can literally manifest anything into your life. It's just a matter of what you believe you can have. I've been watching a lot of Amanda Frances videos recently, and she always says the universe cannot give you something that you do not believe you can have. It cannot override free will. So you have to decide, I want that. I am worthy of having that. I am no longer available for poverty. I am no longer available for unhealthy relationships. I am no longer available for jobs that drain my energy and don't contribute to the world, right? You get to make that decision. And here's the thing about this systemic poverty, or whatever it is that you feel like it's keeping you down, whether it's the fact that your parents didn't educate you about money, or that you've always had shitty relationships because your parents didn't model that for you. The more that you blame external things like the system, your parents, external circumstances, things that are out of your control, the more that you put blame on those things, is the more that you give your power away to them. And here's a secret. No one is going to save you from your situation. Nothing. No one is going to save you. There is no superhero that's going to come rescue you. There is no savior. You are the one who has to decide that you are ready for more, that you are available for better, and that you are worthy of having what you desire. You have to make that decision. And it's a scary decision because you might feel like, well, I don't have the tools that I need to get there. I don't have the resources. I don't even know what the next step is. Like, how do I get from where I am to where I want to be? Like, that's such a big, scary, massive goal. And that's where I come in, right? That's where I come in and say, look, sister, like, here are some tools, here are some resources, and here's a way for you to access universal knowledge at any time. It's not that I get triggered by the fact that people say they go and see mediums or they go and have someone channel for them. I just feel like I know that everybody has access to that information. Everybody has access to the divine because you are made up of the exact same material of the entire universe. Therefore, you are divine. You have infinite intelligence inside of you. What's stopping you from accessing it? The cycles, the systems, the habits, the things that you have in place that currently create your reality, right? And my job is to break apart all of the things that currently create your reality and then reconstruct your reality with you and say, what is it that you actually want? And how can we start saying yes to the things that help you get there and no to the things that are holding you back? How can we create habits and processes and new systems that help you move forward in that manifestation journey? And when it comes to the knowledge that you have, when it comes to accessing infinite intelligence to move forward in your plan, I want to teach you how you can always access your wise inner guide, how you can always tap into that inner wisdom. And this process, you guys, of tapping into your inner wisdom to find out next steps, to find out who to speak to find out which cafe to go to next, to kind of mix things up and hopefully introduce you to the next right person. That process is the manifestation process. It's you becoming an active participant in your life and saying, I am no longer going to put the blame on anyone else. I'm no longer going to say, well, there's a system against Black people and like I started off at a disadvantage. So I know that, it's going to be really hard for me to get there and I might as well not try, right? That is assigning your power away. And I am here to give you your power back and say, listen up, sister. You have all of the tools inside of you, all of the resources inside of you to get you to that next level. And I want to show you how. There's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anger and resentment and shame and guilt and limiting beliefs built up around you, preventing you from seeing your own inherent light. And it doesn't have to be that way. And I want to show you a way out. I want to show you a way out of this system, out of this cycle that's no longer serving you. So when you are ready to say, I want to take my power back. I want to manifest a life wilder than I can ever imagine. I want to create a life for my family and for my descendants that doesn't have this heartbreak, that doesn't have these struggles, that doesn't have these, the worry that I have. I want to move past that and evolve to a point in my life where I can wake up and feel like, let's fucking go. I've got work to do. I've got a light to shine. Let's go. And that's the energy that I wake up in every single morning. So I'm fired up about my work, right? And as you guys, if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that this is my last week of being an employee so that I can work full-time in my business, serve you guys full-time, create more content, more videos that serve you and help you to evolve and really connect to your inner light. So if you are ready to break whatever cycle is keeping you in this reality that you're not happy with, if you're ready to make that change, if you're ready to step into a higher version of yourself, then I'm ready to hold space for you. I'm ready to teach you. I'm ready to guide you. I'm ready to serve you. I'll leave a link below where you can apply to work with me one-on-one. I have about 2 spots open right now, just 2. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's your day to say, fuck this. Literally, that's all it takes, is you deciding that you're ready. And when you are, and you're ready to peel apart that conditioning and domestication and beliefs that have held you where you are right now, when you're ready to move on, I'm ready to hold space for your growth. I'm ready to support you. I'm ready to encourage you. I'm ready to be your cheerleader. Let's do this. I'll leave a link below. Click it, fill in the form, and let's chat. Have a great day. I love you.